You're most welcome to the show, Money and Market.
Thank you, sir.
For starters, give us an idea of what Uganda Free Zones Authority does.
Uganda Free Zones Authority is a semi-autonomous government agency set up for the purpose of creating opportunities for export-oriented investment, and by doing that, we also create jobs.
Now, I want you to specifically speak to the local business people or the Ugandan business people. I know as a country, we've got a number of opportunities. We had AGOA. Today, we're talking about the Africa Continental Free Trade Area. What can they do to take advantage of these initiatives? And what role would you play as an authority to help Ugandans see this?
The company must be registered for the purpose of exporting products out of Uganda and onto the global market. So the requirement is that you should be able to export 80% and more of what you produce. We are looking at the jobs that you're going to create. We are also looking at the environment. We do not want investments that are going to destroy the environment. However, those are the overarching three issues, but there are other issues that we also look at. We are looking at technology transfers. When you set up this company and you're going to be exporting out of Uganda and we are going to give you all these incentives, how do we benefit as a country in terms of skills and technology transfer? We are also looking at value addition to locally available raw materials.
There's a feeling among a number of Ugandan business people that most of these institutions and opportunities tend to come for foreign investors. Now, what kind of comfort would you want to give the domestic investors that actually you have their back?
It is not true that actually the government of Uganda or even Uganda Free Zones Authority in particular tends to focus more on foreign direct investment. No, we treat all investors equally, although our inclination is more to encourage the domestic investors, because when you do that, then the dividends, the profits remain here, and ultimately that forms part of the capital accumulation of the country and their investments, and then the economy becomes vibrant and grows.
Now, moving on to achievements, what are some of the areas where you point and say, well, here we've done justice, some boxes have been ticked?
Currently, we have 27 licensed free zones in the country. That's both developers and operators. We have also been able to create jobs, over 8,369 jobs. We've been able to generate total investment of nearly $1 billion. We've been also able to contribute to Uganda's exports. And actually the key major result area for us is exports.
Let's talk about support. Now, in terms of support, what kind of support would you need? Aware of the fact that you are a very important institution for this country, especially in the pursuit of the import substitution strategy, which the country is trying to pursue, but then also in helping to reduce the balance of trade deficit, which we are grappling with as an economy.
There are a few major areas where, as a government, we have to look. And one of those is to ensure that we create expansive, durable industrial infrastructure to international standards to enable our integration into the global value chain, so that we can have economic diversification and value chain integration into the global economy. Ugandans need to learn that industrialization and machines are much more profitable than any other investment that you can think about. Look at all these raw materials we have in this country. We are an agricultural country and we produce a lot of agricultural products. We need these machines to be able to transform these products into a semi-finished or finished products.
Let's talk about the Ugandan business community, the investors here, especially small and medium enterprises. What kind of advice can you give them to take advantage of some of the market access opportunities that the country has worked on? Of course, we'll talk about AGOA, and now we're talking about the Africa Continental Free Trade Area.
I think as a country and as business people, we need to transit from this concept of market access. We now need to be talking about market presence. Having access to a market and not being present in that market does not effectively contribute to the objective, to realizing the objective. And market presence is all about meeting the standards of the destination market, being able to sustain the volumes, as well as being able to respond to those markets, because sometimes demand goes up, sometimes goes down, but you should be able to sustain that. So we are encouraging the small and micro enterprises to produce, feed into the free zones for onward transmission to the global market.